What started off as a joke, but is now normal. Dogecoin. A freaking meme became a tradable currency. The good thing about Dogecoin is how stable it is. 1 Doge equals 1 Doge, can't argue with that. The selfie stick was in a Japanese book about useless inventions, until it became a real thing. I remember a picture posted on here of an Asian woman using one and there was so much ridicule and talk of what a lonely loser she was to need it. The next week everyone had one. Corporate Twitter accounts that meme. It's so normal now for brands on Twitter to have more joking personalities after Wendy's account gained so much attention. It's weird too. While they are admittedly hilarious at times, something about billion-dollar company essentially hiring trolls to do their promotional advertising is disturbing. It pushes things towards an idiocracy bent where the PR people are just being completely dickish and snarky online. Pronouncing lol as a word instead of saying the letters individually. In Dutch lol is a word that means "fun", so I was actually surprised when I first heard someone in English spell it out. "I have no friends." Visualize it, say it, and you'll manifest it. It's crazy how influential negative self-talk can be. Positive affirmations come off as hella corny, but it's mind-blowing to use when you start challenging those negative beliefs about yourself. I had a client who actually did this with their finances. He was a mid-level manager and ended up on hard times. He was able to actually declare Chapter 11 by repeating it loudly at his place of work. Nice guy. A little clingy, think his name was Scan. When an exotic dancer became a congresswoman in my country, she has this motto: "Don't let life live you." Her resume on Congress is a golden one and has done more for women in my country than most of her peers. She is running for Congress again, and she has my vote dead straight. What country? Love your story. Peru. Her name is Susie Daya. You can look her up online. Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of the Ukraine. Zelensky played the president on a TV show, then stood for election in real life and won. The Minecraft revival of 2019 for sure. Even I'm playing it unironically again. Wow, I thought this was just my brother and his friends. They drank beer and played Minecraft on 3 TVs in my basement all day yesterday, lol. WTF. My brother just got me into it last week and we all play together now. Monday I explored the world for the first time and wound up lost for 6 hours. I've not been able to dedicate my attention span to something so happily for a long time. I have to go a long way to explain this. Our neighbor couple and my parents divorced around the same time, but the neighbor's son and me were pretty good friends all our childhood. Fast forward a couple of years and we are stepbrothers. And when I was about 16 and he was 19, we had this joke going between us, how our parents would totally freak out if we turned out to be a gay couple. Both of us are dead straight, and his father and my mother always kinda tried to separate us, so we'd temper with our parents' minds, and at family events hugged each other for awkward, ridiculous lengths of time to greet each other. This practical joke went on for years, and continues to do so. Even if we brought our girlfriends with us, the looks on family members' faces are priceless. Definitely flat earthers and anti-vaxxers. They walk among us now unironically. I agree flat earth started out as a joke, but anti-vaxxers have literally been around as long as vaccines. Smoldering in the background, waiting for an opportunity for resurgence, like a virus that was never completely eliminated. English is my mom's second language, which she learned in her late 30s, so although she understands/speaks it decently, she still has problems with a lot of things. One of the things she says that I absolutely love and find endearing is her saying the welcome instead of you're welcome. As a joke I started using that with my friends as a response, but it's caught on and now a bunch of us use it normally. I think it's kind of cool that something my mom said has caught on a bit and is something people enjoy saying. Back in the 80s there were a lot of Satanism themed heavy metal bands. At the time I was sure they were just trolling the religious right, but by the 90s I think the Church of Satan had a real boost in membership. The Church of Satan, somewhat counterintuitively, is secular. And then you have the Satanic Temple, which is also secular, which is essentially a pro-science, pro-separation of church and state, pro-LGBT, pro-choice advocacy group. Storming Area 51. Alex Jones claiming there is a pedophile ring amongst the world's elite. He didn't make that up, that's been around since at least the 80s. There was a scarily plausible one in my hometown that got passed off as just satanic panic, even though the guy investigating it also called out Jerry Sansky in the 90s. And now the Epstein stuff. Though the godfather of modern conspiracy theory, Bill Cooper hated Jones and called him a pathetic bullshit artist, so there's that. Okay. It was first popularized during the first half of the 1800s, when a fad of comical misspellings was all the rage. As such, the expression all correct was spelled all correct and abbreviated to OK. Hence, what started off as joke is now normal. So OK is an early version of bone apple tea. Ugly, bright, crazy socks. It was kind of a haha they are so ugly joke. Now people wear them all time to formal occasions without even being ironic. Internet culture. Some people can't even function in the real world because they are so misguided by their online echo chambers. It's weird. With the internet we are simultaneously more connected and more isolated than ever before. Using you, y, etc. when texting. It's definitely come full circle. Texting like that in middle school, then thinking I was way too smart for that in high school, then it resurfaced in college as a joke and now I can't stop. What I find crazy is that I, 28, have never used that kind of text shorthand language in texting, but my parents, late 50s, constantly use text shorthand and it really throws me. Potato chips. Supposedly in 1853 a customer ordered a type of potato dish, and he kept sending it back saying it was thin/salty enough. Fed up the chef cut it ridiculously thin and salted the hell out of it. The customer liked it, and it became a regular thing. I actually think Scientology, no offense Scientologists of Reddit, was L. Ron Hubbard having a laugh. Or he did it to prove a point to other C-fear writers, then the money was too good to stop. Lol F the Scientologists of Reddit. F Scientology in general. President Trump. The media definitely jerked themselves off on the extra eyeballs until it was too late to stop him. Yup. I remember every headline after every single debate was about Trump. No other GOP candidate got virtually any airtime or attention. Quoting Vines. My friends and I would just have sessions when we would quote Vines and just have fun. But now if someone says something like stop everyone else will instinctively say I coulda dropped my croissant or something stupid like that. And it's so dumb. I just discovered Vines several years late. I think they're hilarious. Eating ass. No one ever laughed when I ate ass. Do you not tell jokes directly into the butthole? How else do you get to the butt of a joke? I used to mock stoners by jokingly saying man and dude and now I just say man and dude all the time. I so get this. I'm a fairly well educated female in a respected profession. Started dating a fellow that used dude every other word. Dude to refer to another person, male or female, as a form of stating surprise as in dude etc. The word weirdly and quickly insinuated itself into my vocabulary and began to heavily pepper my speech. I never noticed until a patient asked if I grew up in So Point Cal, lol. Had to make a huge conscious effort to rid myself of the word. Now I cringe, even if I hear it or read it. In the late 70s SNL had a fake commercial for a disposable razor with 3 blades, then one with 4, which is what I use today. Me saying howdy. I feel like the majority of slang, or colloquial terms, that are now a regular part of my vocabulary started out as me joking around. Like back quote haha wouldn't it be funny if I was the kind of person who said that. This is how dope began to be a daily word choice for me. This is also how I accidentally reincorporated slang from the 90s into my everyday vocabulary. Bitchin' and sick, specifically. It started as a joke while riding along with my husband, who was a delivery driver. I'm gonna need you to take a bitchin' right in 300 feet. Pop a sick left right here babe. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.